Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It has been almost a year since I first started my YouTube channel, and I honestly can't believe just how far I've come since then. I have learned a lot, I have grown a lot, and overall I have loved every second of it. But there is definitely a lot that I've learned since starting my YouTube channel that I did not know before I went ahead and started. And that is my aim for this video today. I want to give you guys kind of an inside scoop for those of you who want to start a YouTube channel, who have just started your YouTube channel, or even if you've been at it for a little while now. There's a lot I didn't know when I first started, and so my hope is to make it a little bit easier for you to start or just keep going or whatever it is, so you can feel confident in the videos that you create. So let's get right into it. The first thing I wish I knew is that there is a lot of money to be earned on YouTube. Honestly, I kind of just started my YouTube channel for fun because I realized something that I wanted to start a YouTube channel about, so I kind of just went for it. And then once I got monetized, I realized just how lucrative YouTube is. Like honestly, when I started, I kind of thought YouTube was oversaturated maybe, or already had a bunch of people I'd be competing with who were already making a bunch of money, and I couldn't really cut in like they had. But honestly, you'd be surprised. You can earn quite a bit of money on YouTube. Make sure to go and check out my video on my YouTube income report if you're interested to see how much I've earned. But one thing I do want to stress, if you have started a YouTube channel or want to, don't get into it just for the money. Because honestly, doing anything in just the basis of money is never going to last, because you need to have a real passion for it to continue on and be persistent and diligent and just keep going even when it gets harder. Because if you don't really love it, if you don't actually enjoy creative videos and you just want the money, honestly, you won't have fun with it. I want you to make sure that you do something that is fun, and if you want to do it just for the money, don't, but the money is definitely a big plus. The second thing I wish I knew is don't wait until you have the fanciest equipment. I think this is something that honestly holds a lot of people back when they want to start anything. Like literally no matter what it is. I know there's so many people who are like, oh, I want to get into this hobby, I want to start this business, but I don't know everything. I don't have, a fancy camera. I don't have lighting equipment. I don't have a microphone. Listen, you may want to have everything under your belt before you start a YouTube channel. But if that's your mindset, if you want to be completely ready before you get started, guess what? You are never going to get started, because honestly, you'll never fully be ready. There will always be something else you need, something else that you need to learn. And in truth, the only way to actually learn about YouTube and how to be successful on YouTube is just by starting and learning as you go. I mean, go look at my first YouTube video. It was not pretty. It was my old laptop's built-in camera, built-in microphone. I don't think I'd even edited it. Like, I barely knew anything about YouTube when I first started, and now here I am. And honestly, the first video I created has gotten a lot of views and a lot of traction despite this. So don't wait until you have the fanciest stuff. Make sure that whatever camera you use, your phone camera, your built-in laptop camera, is usable, and that your audio is easy to share. And as long as you have those two things, which I think most people have, just get started. Do not wait. Now I'd like to take a brief moment to talk about this video's sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community that is packed to the brim with so many different classes geared toward all ages and skill levels and on a variety of topics. And honestly, that is probably one of my favorite parts about Skillshare, that there is just so much variety. There's just so much to choose from. No matter what it is that I'm looking to learn, that I'm in the mood to learn, I can find a class on Skillshare that is geared toward exactly what I'm looking for. And as someone who loves to learn, I absolutely love that about Skillshare. So whether you're looking for a class on photography, entrepreneurship, or even something just for fun like watercolor or embroidery, you're bound to find it on Skillshare. For me, I'm always looking for ways that I can grow a YouTube channel, improve as a content creator, and it's led me to taking the class How to Speak Confidently on Camera, a guide for content creators by Nathaniel Drew. And I absolutely love that class. I learned so much from it. For me, that's definitely been one of the hardest parts of starting my YouTube channel, is just being able to talk to a camera, because honestly, it was a little bit weird for me at first. But as I learned from the class, the more you sit down and practice and just talk to the camera about things that you're interested in, that can help a lot in becoming more comfortable. I'm still learning, but that class did help me a lot with teaching me different methods I can use. So what are you waiting for? The first 1,000 people to go down and click the link in the description or use my code will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare, so you can start exploring your creativity today. So make sure to go and check that out. Alright guys, now let's get back to the video. The third thing I wish I knew is to niche down and create for your audience. For one, by niching down, by choosing a certain topic that you will fall under, it'll be much easier to accrue consistent fans, a stronger audience, better click-through rate, things like that. And by doing these things, your videos will perform a lot better, and overall, you'll just be much more successful. So when deciding on what videos you want to create, don't flip-flop between a bunch of things. Like, don't create a review on cameras and then do some shopping haul video. Make sure that you stick around a similar theme and stay consistent. And when creating videos, think about what your audience would be most interested to learn or watch. But at the same time, I do want to stress, make sure you're also creating videos for you. Love what you're creating. If you only stick under the mindset of like, oh, will my audience love this? Then you may end up creating videos that you don't personally enjoy as much. So find the happy medium between the two. The fourth thing I wish I knew is that your niche matters in monetization. When it comes to getting monetized, it doesn't really matter what your niche is, as long as you follow all the requirements and everything. However, the amount of ad revenue you're going to get will vary widely depending on the niche that you choose. When I was working to get monetized, I was doing a lot of research on monetization and how to make money on YouTube. And one thing I learned is that the niche that you choose will affect which advertisers advertise on your videos. And because of this, you could either be making more money or less money. Like, for example, if your niche is just doing a bunch of fun things with your friends, like you're not teaching anything, you're just creating purely entertainment videos, then your CPM, which stands for cost per mil, which means thousand, so the amount of money that you'll get per 1,000 views. This isn't including YouTube's cut, by the way. Anyway, your CPM for entertaining videos will be a lot lower than if you're in an educational niche. I actually learned this after I had started my YouTube channel, and I was like, lucky me, I'm in an educational niche already. I talk about passive income, which is something that is already very high up there, because it's so much easier for advertisers to advertise on your videos because they already know what your audience is interested in. Like, anyone can be interested in entertaining videos, things focused on comedy. So YouTube has a harder time pairing ads with those videos because they're less likely to be successful than on videos like mine, where I have a very specific niche with a very specific audience. The fifth thing I wish I knew is to be careful with what you share on the internet. My goal on my YouTube channel is to be as authentic as possible. Those of you who have watched a lot of my videos know this. I've often shown you a lot of the books that I have created, and I showed you exactly what's brought me success. And it was kind of my mistake to think that that's what backfired on me. Like, overall, I'm glad I did, because I know it helped you guys a lot and it helps you learn a lot. However, not everyone on the internet has the best intentions. And I've realized for a lot of my best performing books, I've gotten a lot more competitors. Like, I go on Amazon and I search for one of my books and I find a bunch of books that look almost identical to mine. And sadly, there's not a ton that I can do about this. But I've learned going forward that I just need to be more careful with what I share, because I never know what the consequences can be, because there are really nice people on the internet. Like, I love you guys and I want the best for you, but I have to be careful about that 1% who might have ill intentions. The sixth thing I wish I knew is to focus on adding value. When starting a YouTube channel, it can be hard because you want to appear as knowledgeable as possible. You want to seem like you know every single thing about the subject that you're talking about. However, most likely you don't, especially when you're just getting started. A lot of people on YouTube are not experts. A lot of it comes down to just doing research and being able to talk confidently to the camera. And this is something that can totally hold you back when you're starting a YouTube channel and creating videos, because you might feel like it needs to be perfect. You need to share things that are in depth and backed up by a lot of knowledge. However, let's face it, you probably don't know everything. Most people don't know everything, even when it comes down to a certain subject. So if you're not an expert in a field, that doesn't mean that you can't create videos about it. Focus on adding value, focus on what you do know, do research and create videos that you know your audience is going to love, you know that you love, and don't focus on whether it's perfect. Focus on if your audience can learn something from your video, and overall if the content that you are providing is valuable in some way, shape, or form. The seventh thing I wish I knew is that your audience isn't always positive. The more traction your videos gain, the more eyes get on your videos, you're sadly going to realize that not all of the comments are going to be nice, supportive, kind comments. Sadly, there are going to be a lot of negative comments. There's going to be a lot of criticism. It's kind of just the way that it is on the internet. But listen, every creator gets negative comments. It is literally just what happens, and it is more a reflection of the person commenting than a reflection of you as a creator. So do not let them tear you down, and don't carry them around with you. I mean, even if you can, don't read them. But if you do, take what you can learn. If anything is constructive, take what you can apply, and then just ignore it. Or if it's just super nasty, just go ahead and delete it, because you do not need that negativity sitting on your YouTube channel like that. But overall, just remember that it is normal, and it is definitely not easy. It's not fun, and it's likely going to feel really painful a lot of the time. So when you get those comments, just remind yourself you are an amazing person. You create amazing content. moment. You are still learning, you are still growing, and do not stop creating just because some random anonymous person on the internet is jealous of your success. The eighth thing I wish I knew is that editing can take a long time. Granted, this definitely depends on the videos that you create, the types of editing that you do, but editing can consume hours of your day, if not the entire day. So make sure that you plan ahead. Don't try and edit your video the morning of when you want to post it. I have done that a lot because sometimes I procrastinate. I try not to, but it happens. So give yourself the time that you need, and if you can find ways to make it more efficient, do it. Like for me, as you know, the majority, if not probably all of my videos focus around me talking, sharing something. And because of that, I went with this amazing video editing software called Descript, which basically allows you to edit your video like a Word doc. So rather than trying to find the exact points in a frame that you want to edit out, you just drag your mouse across a section and delete it, and it is gone, and Descript takes care of all of it for you. And honestly, for me, it's just made the editing process so much more fun. So I'd highly recommend checking out Descript if you're creating videos where you primarily talk. But other than that, just play around with other video editing software programs and find ways that you can make your video editing more efficient, prepare in advance, and you'll be good to go. The ninth and last thing that I wish I knew is that there is no one trick to success. On YouTube, it is not a sprint, it is a marathon. You never really know which ones are going to blow up, which ones are only going to get a few views. So overall, you just gotta keep experimenting. Definitely do your research, learn about how to be successful on YouTube. Remember that there is no exact science, there's no one trick. You just have to keep creating and find out what resonates the best with your audience, and then learn from your progress and just keep going. So do not be afraid to experiment, especially when you're first starting out, because it's going to take a lot of tries until you finally start getting it right. Alright guys, that's about it. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope that it has helped you learn a bit more about creating videos on YouTube and what it's like and how you can be successful right from the get-go. Because I've certainly learned a lot. I am still learning a lot. But overall, I'm very, very happy with how far I made it, and that is all thanks to you guys. So again, I say this a lot, but really, I truly mean it. Thank you guys so much. It means so much to me, all that you do to support me, all your positive comments. I appreciate every single one of you, and I hope you all know that. And hey, have you started a YouTube channel yet? What have you learned that you wish you know before you started? Leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content just like this. I would super duper appreciate it, and I would love to have you. Alright guys, I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. Bye.